I've played a lot of Sonic games in my 18 years of living. One might even call me a Sonic the Hedgehog connoisseur. Now, it doesn't really matter which order you play these games in, since story really isn't that big of a piece in the Sonic the Hedgehog series. So when I was younger, I first started playing Sonic games with the game Sonic Heroes and kinda just jumped all around from there. Now, you can easily say that you should start off with Sonic the Hedgehog 1 if you want to be a true story completionist. If you start from there and work your way across the timeline, you're sure to get every single little detail of the stories. And to be quite honest with you, that just kinda makes sense. The first Sonic game isn't really all that complicated. In terms of gameplay, it's a 2D side-scroller, so you really don't get much more complicated than that. Not to mention, the game really isn't very gimmicky. You won't be seeing things like the Wisp in this game. And from a story perspective, all there really is to it is Eggman is turning animals into robots and you just have to free them. Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is a very simple yet compelling introduction to the series. However, as a Sonic the Hedgehog connoisseur, I would argue that there is one game that I believe is a much better introduction to the series. And I believe that game is Sonic Adventure 1. What's going on, guys? It's SONICSTA, and in today's video, I'm going to be discussing with you why I believe Sonic Adventure is the best introduction to the entire series. Now, if I didn't make it clear enough earlier, this is 100% my opinion, so if you disagree with me here, it's all cool. And if you have any thoughts, suggestions, or video ideas, I have a Discord link in the description down below. One last thing before we get started here is if you do like this video, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me and my channel out a ton. But anyway, let's just jump right off into the video. Okay, so I kinda wanted to make this video for a while now, but I didn't really know what to title it or how to deliver my points. But as time went on, I figured that this would be the best way to convey all of my thoughts and opinions on Sonic Adventure. In a way, this video will classify as some sort of small-scale Sonic Adventure review. Okay, so for my first reason why this is the best introductory Sonic game is that there is nearly all the main characters in this game. Obviously, a Sonic game should feature Sonic the Hedgehog, but we get all sorts of different characters in this one game. Characters like Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big, and an E-Series robot, and also Dr. Eggman all get featured in this one story. Now, obviously not everyone listed here is a main character, but you still have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Eggman as the primary characters in the entire series. These characters are given proper stories and are often seen interacting with each other throughout the game. Now, this is important because we get to find out what their role is in the entire series. In this one game, you're able to find out enough information about the character, whereas you can say that you kind of know the basics of how this character works. This game doesn't force you to know prior game history, it just tells you everything from the ground up right then and there. And what's even better is, none of this feels like it's all too much coming at you at once. The events of this game take place in each and every one of these characters' individual stories. So as you play as each and every single character, you find out more about them as well as their perspective on their own stories. In the end, knowing all these characters is pretty important if you want to get involved in the Sonic the Hedgehog series. There are a ton of Sonic games, and if you want to start from Sonic the Hedgehog 1, I commend you because that is a very daunting task to go completely in order. However, if you start from Sonic Adventure 1, you're learning about the 5 main characters right off the bat, and it's pretty much the basis for how they operate. These characters are mainstays in the franchise, and they definitely need to be known if you want to continue playing this series. But anyway, for my second reason to go alongside of this is that you learn a lot of information about the Chaos Emeralds as well as the Master Emerald. In Sonic Adventure 1, you pretty much get the closest thing possible to an origin story about these emeralds. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of information we don't know about the Chaos Emeralds as well as the Master Emerald. We're not exactly sure what their full capabilities are or who even made them in the first place. The origin story for the Emeralds is far from perfect, but that does not mean it's a bad one in the first place. Like I said, in terms of characters, Sonic Adventure gives you all the information that you absolutely need to know. It's not going to give you a whole bunch of filler content that's just there to make sure your head is full of knowledge about the Emeralds. That's what this Sonic Encyclopedia is for. But either way, giving you every single facet of the information at one time is not exactly what I'd call an introduction. For an introduction, I feel like it has to give you a taste of everything you have to offer. Sonic Adventure's story does just that. It gives you characters that you can connect to and understand them pretty easily right off the bat. Sonic is the main character with a cool, calm, and collected attitude. Tails is Sonic's best friend and proves to be very reliable when it comes down to it. Amy is the potential love interest for Sonic who still has a heart for helping others. Knuckles is the guardian of the Master Emerald and literally just wants to do his job. Big is a character who lost his best friend named Froggy and he goes on a quest to find him. E102 Gamma is an Eggman robot who was once bad yet turned good. I think the greatness of all of these characters comes from one thing and one thing only. They're not all trying to do the same thing. Every single one of these characters all have a different goal in mind, yet all of the puzzle pieces seem to connect at the very end. In the end, you could say it's a common goal since they all want to defeat perfect chaos towards the end, but either way, they all have their own stories that just somehow seemingly connect. They all strive in this one key feature of individuality, and I think that's why it's so easy to connect with each and every single one of them. Now that I've talked about the characters, I kind of want to move on to my third point, which is actually just the entire story. Now, if I didn't make it clear enough earlier, every single character has their own individual unique story. However, towards the end of the game, you find out that every single puzzle piece actually ends up connecting. Everyone's character plays a vital role in taking down the powerful Perfect Chaos. And let me be real with you, this story is a shonen type story, and it's very compelling. Sonic is facing what Eggman previously called the God of Destruction. Chaos is an angry character who only seeks vengeance for what happened to his Chao colony. After being sealed away in the Master Emerald for so many years, Chaos finally has his opportunity to seek that vengeance. Driven by rage, Chaos uses the negative energy of the Chaos Emeralds and becomes Perfect Chaos. So this kind of forces Sonic to use the positive energy and take down Chaos once and for all. Now, I'm not sure if it's just me, but this is extremely awesome. The whole city is chanting Sonic's name as he becomes Super Sonic, and it just gives me chills to this very day. Perfect Chaos was capable of destroying an entire city in just a few moments. Knowing this information, we can come to the conclusion that Chaos would have easily destroyed more than just a city if he was given just a bit more time. Perfect Chaos was presented to be an extremely powerful monster bent on rage. And the fact that a small supersonic Hedgehog was able to take him down is really awesome. For me, the stories of each and every single character was compelling right from the very beginning. Right out the gate, the game presented so many unique and amazing ideas. And to see them follow through on every idea they initially had right to the very end is just extremely satisfying in itself. In short, all I'm trying to say is this story is really compelling, and it kinda reminds me of something straight out of a shonen manga. But anyway, let's move away from story here for a second because there are some Sonic fans out there who actually don't even really care about the story. So let's talk a bit about the gameplay. I think what's most important to note about here is that the gameplay varies depending on which character you're using. In Sonic stages, you're pretty much just going straight to the end of the level and seeing if you can get there as fast as possible. With Tails, you're either racing Sonic or a different character to the end of the level. With Amy, you have to avoid Eggman's robot known as Zero. With Knuckles, you're collecting the broken pieces of the Master Emerald. With Gamma, you're doing shooting levels. And lastly, with Big, you are fishing. Seriously, all you're doing is fishing. Now, I want to highlight this one for a moment because while it may not be my favorite, I think this is actually a really good idea. Now, the majority of Sonic fans out there will tell you that Knuckles and Big probably have some of the worst levels in Sonic Adventure. I like the two of them as characters, but in all honesty, their levels really aren't all that fun to me. But I think that's the important part. They're not fun to me. What makes Sonic Adventure a great introduction in terms of gameplay is that it offers something for everyone. Believe it or not, there are definitely some people out there who actually really do find enjoyment in the Big levels or the Knuckles levels as well. There are multiple opportunities to find enjoyment in this game, and I think that's what makes it really special. Not to mention, in terms of characterization, it also highlights their own unique individuality. You're not going to find levels where you're playing as Big the Cat and you're collecting Master Emerald pieces, because why would he do that? That's not what he does. You're going to find them doing something that actually fits their character and aligns with the story perfectly. Is Sonic Adventure a perfect game? No, it's not. It may be one of my favorite Sonic games, but I will admit it does have a few of its flaws. However, I am a firm believer that if you are trying to get into the Sonic the Hedgehog series, this is definitely the game you should pick up and play. You're bound to find at least some enjoyment in it, and if you don't, at least you know a little bit more about the characters. In the end, I feel like Sonic Adventure is the best introductory Sonic game. What's going on, guys? Thank you all so much for sticking around to the end of the video. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think is the best Sonic game to start off with? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is entirely my opinion, so if you disagree with anything I had to say in the video, just let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also, if you did end up liking the video, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me and my channel out a ton. One last thing before I go here is I want to take the time to shout out some of my amazing channel members. Thank you all for taking the time to support me and my channel. Your support really does speak volumes. Honestly and truly, you guys are the best motivators, and these videos would not even be possible without you. Thank you all again so much. If you want to become a member of my channel and unlock access to all sorts of different exclusive perks like a secret Discord server, there'll be more information in the description down below. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and it's your boy SONICSTA signing out. Have a blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?